you don't get it, it solves a lot of problems. If you don't get it, and you can't get it if you keep the distance. American spirit is unyielding, unwavering, and unbreakable. It's incredible. I've never seen anything like it, the way the people have pulled together, the unity of this country. So together we're going to win this war, and the sooner we do, the sooner we can begin to rebuild, and we're ready to rebound and return to normal lives. We went from the best economy in the history of the world, the best economy that this country has ever seen, the best employment numbers we've ever had, 160 million people working, almost 160 million, to a point where the professionals came to me and they say, "Sir, you're going to have to shut the country down." I said, "What does that mean?" They said, "Sir, you're going to have to shut it down. And we're going to build it up, and I think we're going to build it up fast. I think we're going to have a tremendous rebound. There's a great energy and a great pent-up demand. And as you know, phase 3 was terrific, and phase 4, what passed in Congress, and phase 4, if that happens, will be great. I already proposed paying almost zero interest on bonds, and I proposed a $2 trillion infrastructure plan, which would not only fix our roads and highways and bridges and tunnels and other things, but will also do something very good. It's called jobs. I'm also asking that restaurants and entertainment facilities go back to the old deductibility from corporations, where corporations can buy, because otherwise a lot of these restaurants are going to have a hard time reopening. It takes a long time, and they're going to have a hard time reopening. So we're asking for going back to deductibility, where corporations can buy, and corporations can go out to lunch and they pay and they get a deduction on what they eat. They get a deduction on the bill, and same with the entertainment. It's going to bring a lot of people back. I think it'll open up the restaurant business. People forget that years ago they had that, and when they got rid of it, when they ended it, for whatever reason, but they ended it, many restaurants went out of business, many entertainment type facilities went out of business, and now's a great time to bring it back. It was a terrible time for that business after they ended it, but this is a great time to bring it back. It'll keep our restaurants going. In fact, I think the restaurant business will be actually bigger and better than it is right now. So we're also talking about that. And now what we'll do is we'll take some questions, and I see Mike is back with some of the folks. That's great, Dr. Fauci. And we will, how are you? Thank you, Deborah. So we'll take some questions, and we make progress day by day, please.
Mr. President, so yesterday you were talking about a friend you had who was in a coma.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to hear your friend's going through that. But you said this is no flu. There's still some people who kind of think of this as the flu, and over the past month you've compared it to the flu sometimes, saying treat it like the flu, or treat it how we handle the flu. So what changed your thinking on that, or your language on that?
I think the severity. I think also in looking at the way the contagion, it is so contagious. Nobody's ever seen anything like this, where large groups of people all of a sudden, just by being in the presence of somebody, have it. The flu has never been like that, and flu is contagious, but nothing like we've ever seen here. Also, the violence of it. If it hits the right person, and you know what those stats are, if it hits the right person, that person's in deep trouble. And my friend was the right person.
When you heard about that with your friend, was that a turning point?
Yeah, well, not a turning point. No, before that I knew how, because I'm seeing numbers and I'm seeing statistics that are, not exactly very good. So, but it hit him very hard. He's strong, a very strong kind of a guy, but he's older, he's heavier, and he's sort of central casting for what we're talking about, and it hit him very hard. I've never seen anything like it. You, John?
Mr. President, and maybe this is a question as well for Dr. Birx or Dr. Fauci. Senator Lindsey Graham tweeted last night, we checked today, that there are still flights that are running between hotspots like New York and Detroit, New Orleans as well. A number of flights were completed today. Senator Graham's point is, if you're going to declare mitigation, should it not be full mitigation, and you stop people from traveling?
Well, we're thinking about doing that. At the same time, we just, to start these airlines and to start this whole thing over again is very tough, John. It's very tough. and you have them going in some cases from hotspot to hotspot. If you notice, they're usually hotspot to hotspot. Very few flights, New York to Miami, but we're thinking we're certainly